Good morning, Internet. I don't care what time it is. I sound more like Benteen's Potty Time. What was it with Spike Milligan and Michael Benteen? Anyway, freezing cold night. Really cold. Took me a lot of effort to get out of my sleeping bag. It was so cold and damp and drizzly and windy. It reminded me of being a kid. We grew up in a very modest terrace house which didn't have central heating, and in the winter, or pretty much any day except June, July and August, I have to get dressed underneath about 10 layers of blankets. I did the same this morning, and at my age it was a feat of contortionism. So what am I going to do? I'm going to make my breakfast, porridge with berries and Manuka honey. Unfortunately, my coffee pot has disintegrated doing the off-road stuff I've been doing over the last few days. It's just a on the corrugations, and I'm afraid anything sort of like tablets or anything Barocco just turns to powder. So I'm going to make cowboy coffee in my mug. Just throw some spoons of coffee into the mug and then boil it in the cup. What could go wrong? I'm lucky because I'm near this pub. I can see they're warming things up and got the Morso fire going. They do lunches, they do dinners. If it does warm up and dry up a bit, I'm going to do about 200 kilometers off-road like I did in Flinders Ranges, just looking around this area of central Tasmania. And I'll stay here at least for another night, if not two, if the weather just stays like this. It's just miserable. Anyway, that's the update. Oh, one other thing. Men of a certain age have to get up in the night, pray to Allah, or have a pee, one or the other, or both. This field was absolutely full of wallabies or kangaroos. I don't really know the difference. When's a kangaroo small enough to be a wallaby and a wallaby big enough to be a kangaroo? Anyway, in my torchlight, there were all these lights jumping around. They were actually, and I caught them in my head in the torchlight, and there were hundreds of them milling around in this field, all staring at me. And of course, I startled them, and they went into sort of mad hopping mode. There was something I don't normally see in my nocturnal activities. Anyway, that's the update. Bye, Jen.